Hello, it's the beginner crafter. Welcome to another Crochet and Crafts Tube video, and I have 3 projects to show you and a possible new one to discuss. So let's go. I'll start with my newest project, one I started a few days ago, and this is the Spring 2021 Craftpod embroidery project. Well, this part is embroidery, but later on it will be made into a needle book, so there will be more things done to it, a bit of sewing, hand sewing. So right now I'm embroidering the branches and the leaves. Then there will be French knots for those mimosa flowers, and then some more, I guess, embroidery and sewing. So this should work pretty fast. I might finish it by next time, but I'm not 100% sure if I'll have the patience with the sewing so much, but at least it's a start. And I looked at the summer 2021 Craftpod. I didn't really find something that I would really like to do. I remember there is a bookmark and something else that I don't really remember, but I think it was also embroidery. It just nothing that would really tell me, yes, you must have it. So I'm not going to buy it, at least not now, maybe sometime later in the future, but not now. So that was the Spring 2021, might be, for now at least, the last Craftpod Crafts project. Then I've got my shawl, the knitting shawl, and it's getting super long. Even though I never have anything like really new to show you, because it's just the same pattern over and over again. It keeps getting longer and longer. I've done 7 repeats in total, so I'm over half of the pattern. So I started this in January. Now it's middle of June. So yeah, I'm in half, but I should have more time during the summer to be able to work a bit more on this Twisted Roots scarf. It was make along by Scheepjes on their webpage and on their Facebook group, and it was done in January. I know they are doing some other mals right now, but it's also nothing that really screams at me. So I hope the autumn, because they usually begin in autumn, the crochet along will be something really interesting for me. And then I'll take part as well. And I made a bit of progress on the crochet owl. I made the eyes. They are not perfectly round. I don't have super skills when it comes to cutting things out, but they're quite okay. I stuffed all of the stuffing. I put it in this owl, so it's done. And I have the wings and the feet finished but not yet sewn in. I decided to stick some pins into the owl to sort of help keep it together, to sort of see what it's going to look like from the front with all the wings. There's still the beak I have to embroider, and possibly some pattern around here. Now what I have to do is sew everything together within the ends, and this is going to be a nightmare because the yarn is really chunky, and I don't have a needle that is thick enough to make this go through, so I don't really know how to do that. I guess I'll need to buy a larger needle, but I'm not sure how I'll like doing it, so it probably will have to wait a bit longer to be finished. But I like the looks of it. I mean, the project itself is really nice. It's just the yarn that I'm not really fond of because it's way too thick. And that brings me to the discussion of a new project I want to start, because I'd like to make this blanket, winter sun blanket. It's from the Scheepjes yarn, the color issue, the one that the Twisted Root scarf is from. Of course, I don't want to do it in these colors. I don't like warm colors. So I'm thinking blue, green, maybe purple. And I think purple would be nice because it would be an intense color that most probably would fit what I want to have in my new flat, but not be like super matchy because, well, I haven't yet decided how I want to decorate my flat, but I know myself and I know that I like mostly blue things, not very intense colors at that, so I think purple would be a nice addition here. I will have to figure out, because these are sort of like an ombre effect, something similar to that, so I might include colors sort of like, you know, peacock feathers. I'll have to figure it out. But first I need to figure out how to make it, because this blanket is designed for chunky yarn. And I don't want to work with chunky yarn anymore. I know it's going to be then very soft and very warm, but it's just super annoying to work with this thick yarn, and there will be a lot of ends to weave in, so I don't want to hate working with the blanket. And what I'll need to figure out is how to make this using thinner yarn and have the similar size. So either I'll have to like add an extra panel like here, or even 2 panels, or, and I think it will work better because it will also be a bit more symmetric, a bit more, I don't know how to call that, but it will have a bit better look to it. I will also have to make the panels, because these are like panels, the vertical ones that you then sew together. I'll need to make them wider as well, because the thinner yarn means the panel would be thinner. So I would have to add rows to that, so it will be thicker. And again, to make it look proportional, that's the word I was looking for, more proportional, I probably would have to make more rows of a given color, so that it's not just longer but also a bit wider and have the same look to it. So I'll have to just figure out how to do that, not to spoil the proportions of the blanket, because I really like the way it looks. Those kind of diagonal things going here and here. I'll just need different colors, and I'll need to figure out the width of the panel and also the length of it as well, to sort of get to the same size in general. And I probably will be moving to the new flat like in a year, because I'm guessing I'll still be doing some renovation around May, June of next year. Then there will be holidays, so I'll have more time to move some things. So it's still a year away, most probably. However, it takes me about a year to make a blanket this size, so it is important to start making decisions now. And I really need to figure out the colors that I need and exactly what kind of yarn I want. Because maybe the yarn that uses like 5mm hook would be enough, because this one uses a 7mm hook. I think 6.5 is also good for this, and this is too thick, but it is possible that 5 or 5.5mm, I mean the yarn that uses 5.5mm hooks could also work well enough. I mean, it wouldn't be too thick for me, but it would be thick enough to make the blanket, you know, soft and warm, and it wouldn't require me to do so many changes. But it is something I need to think about. It needs, yeah, I need to figure out what colors I'm going to have. And I have to tell you that this is the most difficult thing for me to make decisions on, like how I want to decorate my new flat, because I don't know. I mean, I know what colors I like, but it's not the same as actually, you know, living in such a space with tiles or furniture and all the additional things that you put in your flat in that color. I need to strategize a bit more. I need to think a little bit, I guess, outside the box. I know purple goes well with blue. It should go well with green, and these are the colors I mostly gravitate towards, even when it comes to the living room, because I think this blanket could go to the sofa, on the sofa of my living room. So I really need to start thinking about decorating my flat. So the holidays will be the good time for it. I won't have to work, or at least not as much. I'll have a lot of time to look at things, go to different shops and see shades also that I want, then make a decision and then start making the blanket, because it is going to take me a lot of time to finish it, because I know how long it took me with all the other blankets. So yeah, we'll see how things go. So I guess that's it for today. If you need inspiration for things, I do recommend yarn, the Scheepjes yarn booklets, bookzines. I think they're called bookzines. They show projects for both knitting and crocheting, and yeah, you can really get inspired. And even though at first I only wanted to make just one project, the scarf, now I can see a lot more projects that can be done, just sort of using different colors, maybe different types of yarn, but to make it a bit more like what I want to have. So try have a look at those book zines. This is not the newest one, I think. This is number 10, and I think that they already have number 11 out, but this was one of the newer ones. In many shops you can order the older ones as well. They are also pretty good. So if you need inspiration, if you want to do some projects, have a look. It's really cool. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, it's always appreciated. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. If you have any ideas or advice, I'll gladly accept it and read it. Consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see my progress with all the products that I'm making. And also if you want to see some cross stitching or planning in Happy Planner or budgeting occasionally. So consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!